Welcome to DELULU December, day 10. Today we're talking all about leadership. In the last episode, I was really focusing more on divine feminine leadership, which is the year we're moving into in 2025. But today I'm talking all about divine masculine leadership. And that's all around the number 10 in numerology. And so the thing about divine masculine leadership versus feminine is feminine leadership is more focused on refinement. So focusing on something that you really want to master and refine over a couple of years. And so throughout 2025, I would invite you to think about that one thing that you really want to focus in on and really master. And this could be an offer, a product, a service that you want to share. It could be something within your business. If you want to, for example, start a podcast and really focus on elevating that, getting better at that. If you want to start or maybe write a book, maybe if you want to try to think of other things, write a blog. There's so many different things that you can focus on and really master over the next year. With divine masculine leadership, it's really about taking bold action. Like, yes, it's about mastery and really being purposeful about one big thing that you want to really get out there in a bold way. But it's also about really, in a sense, like going first and taking action that's maybe a little bit more out of your comfort zone or your everyday actions that you would take. So I would look back in this whole year of 2024 of your business. And what are some of the things that you feel like you could have been a little bit bold about? You could have been a little bit, I want to use the word loud, but it's not really loud. It's just like being more intentional in a sense and more putting more energy. That's kind of the word I want to use. It's like putting more energy behind the things that you want to do. So this happens a lot, I think, with female entrepreneurs when, especially if we have a new product or an offer or a service we want to put out into the world, we put it out there and maybe we don't get the response we want to get right away. And so we talk about it, and then we feel like, okay, we're not really getting a response. We're going to stop talking about it, or we're going to maybe kind of retreat in a sense. When you're stepping into more of your divine masculine leadership, you're going to keep talking about it until people understand and connect and resonate with it. And those of you who feel really called to create more of a movement in 2025, really using, I would say, the balance between divine feminine, being a little bit more refined in what you're doing, but also taking this bold action and not, it's like in a sense, like you're not giving up. You're going to keep going until it takes off. And it's almost like putting that momentum into what you're doing is really more the divine masculine leader. And so I would invite you to think about that. Like I said, what have you in your business maybe started to do or taken action on and then kind of like retreated in a sense that you want to put out there again in a really bold, beautiful way? I would invite you to focus on that for 2025. Something else I really wanted to dive into, and something that I'm really calling into my business, is connecting in with people that really resonate with the work that I'm trying to do. And this is really in a sense of really connects into this idea and this concept of creating a movement within your business. And the thing about creating a movement is it's really about connecting with, I would say, more of your soulmate clients, the people in your audience that really are just really dialed in and connected into what it is that you're trying to do. And so for me within my business, especially with this podcast, I'm really feeling called to do that even more, is to really connect with more people that feel this alignment with my message, which is really all about presenting yourself to the world in a way that speaks internally to you, which is what I talked about a lot in the last episode, which I invite you to go listen to if you haven't already. It's really about shutting out the noise. And yes, like I've been saying, there's beautiful strategies and there's powerful things that we can do within our business that can help us. But this next year is really calling us to go first. and to be the innovator and the visionary. And that looks like creating and making moves in a way that makes sense to you and not questioning it. A lot of us are in this kind of questioning energy. I call it the questioning queen. And we need to really move into the empowered empress to say that we make the rules, we decide based on what we think is the right move to make. And I think mentorship and coaching can be really, really powerful, but only if it's helping to guide you back to yourself. And that's really what I'm feeling called to do. And one of the things as part of this DELULU December challenge, I'm going to do another episode about this, but I want to touch on it here too, is setting the intention for the people that I want to call into to my movement, to my work, to my community, to what I'm trying to build. And there's a couple things that I'm creating, which I've been sharing with you. First is the mastermind. And the other thing I'm working on creating is a podcast coaching program, because podcasting has been the most powerful way for me to connect in with you. So part of this DELULU challenge, I'm setting the intention that I would love to have 11 powerful, amazing, spiritual female entrepreneurs in the mastermind. I feel like that's a really good amount of women where we can work with each other, bounce ideas off each other, really grow and elevate together. And when I was thinking about the coaching program for my podcast group, the same number came through, which I thought was really beautiful because it's 1111. So it's 11. I'm just getting a little notice that it's reconnecting. I'm not sure if it's still, it looks like it's still recording. But anyway, interesting it's coming through when I said 1111. Because 1111 is all about being on your path, being on your purpose, really feeling called to go in a direction that makes sense for you. When I see 1111, I always feel this confirmation. So I'm just going to keep talking and hoping that it's recording me still. But anyway, when I was really feeling into this, I wanted to set this intention: 11 people in my mastermind, 11 people in this group coaching program, 1111. And so that is my intention for DELULU December, is to call in these women by the end of 2024, going into 2025, because both these programs are starting in 2025. And so that's 22 beautiful, powerful, spiritual female entrepreneurs. And so I would invite you for DELULU Day 10, really embodying that leader that you're feeling called to be, and set the intention of how many clients, soulmate clients, do you want to call into your business in 2024, moving into 2025. So for me, it's 22, 11, 11. What is that number for you? And really own that and anchor it in that the people that are meant to connect in with you, that need what it is that you have to give and have to share, are there, and they're waiting and they're ready for you to share whatever that offer is, whatever that product is, whatever that service is. And I know I've been talking about really helping you connect to what that is by looking at some of the offers and services you've already created, and what is that thing that maybe you felt called to relaunch, or that thing that you really felt that you wanted to share, but you kind of hesitated. That's probably the offer that you need to talk about this month. So like I said, for me, it's the Manifesting Entrepreneur Mastermind, which is starting in January. It goes for 9 months, and it's going to end with my first retreat, Manifest on Maui, which I'm so excited about. And then the next thing that I'm offering is the podcast coaching program, because for me, podcasting has been the most beautiful, powerful place for me to connect with you and to share my voice and my story, and to really resonate with those of you who can learn and grow and see yourself in my story, because that's really what it's about. I find that the lot of the clients that I've worked with, they're really similar to me in a lot of ways. They're just a couple steps behind. And you might have found that in your business and your experience as well, is they really are you a couple steps behind you, and they can kind of see their path opening up by you taking the steps that you need to be taking within your life, your work, and your business. And so these last two episodes, like I said, were all about leadership. Divine feminine leadership, divine masculine leadership, and it's really about utilizing both of them. Tomorrow, I'm going to do another episode talking about leadership as well, but it's something that's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to wait. You have to tune in tomorrow so you can hear and really dive into that message, because it's leadership, but it's a little bit different than divine feminine, divine masculine, but it also is a really, I would say, crucial aspect that you want to bring into your business that's going to really take what it is that you're doing to the next level. So I hope that you have found this DELULU December challenge really helpful. Like I said, let me know any of the takeaways that you're having down below. And stay tuned for another episode. I want to talk all about the numerology behind 2025 because I know in this challenge or this exercise, manifestation exercise, I've been really touching on it and talking about, shifting from 2024 to 2025. But I want to do a whole episode just talking about that and the numerology and how it's really impacting female entrepreneurs in particular. So stay tuned for that. Share this with another entrepreneur who could benefit. Be sure that you subscribe. If you're watching here on YouTube, subscribe, comment down below. If you're listening on your favorite podcast app, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. And I will see you and chat with you in my next episode.